to get in here and clean up this garden section. It's the 18th of September and our gardens are pretty much done for the season. We've got a few blackberries that are still producing over the hill, but we need to get in here and clean this stuff up. We had some tomatoes here, a few peppers down on the end. This was just kind of an afterthought. This over here is asparagus. We need to get in here and clean this up and get it ready for fall. These fronds will be dying out pretty soon and they'll need to be cut and then top dressed with some compost, and hopefully we'll have something to brag on in the spring, I guess. But let's get to it. Got everything out of here. We're just going to take the small tractor we got here and raise up the mower deck to as high as it'll go and just make a couple of passes over it, kind of mulch everything up, and then we'll come back after it dries out and we'll burn it right here in place. It'll put some nutrients back in the soil, and it'll also help alleviate any disease or anything that might be in the soil from the tomatoes or peppers. asparagus we planted about, I think this is the third season. I do not know what variety it is. We ended up ordering it late. My advice is if you want some asparagus, order it now. If you wait later on to the winter or into January or February, you may not get the variety you want. I was wanting Jersey Night or Martha Washington. This stuff is some type of hybrid. It was designated with a number. It didn't even have a name. And I have not liked the production on it. But we planted it, and we're going to maintain it for a few years and see what it does. This whole area right here was actually plowed very deep, and a lot of compost and stuff added to it for asparagus. If we can get what we want, the whole area will be asparagus. The reason for plowing it so deep and adding so much compost to it is asparagus is a very nutrients dense plant. And basically once it's planted and established, a top dressing is all that I've ever heard recommended for it. It does not like weed competition, and I have failed it miserably this year. But we're going to see if we can remedy that. And so let's get some of these weeds cleaned out of here. When they get a hard frost, these fronds will die out. Right now they're still pulling in nutrients and stuff for the crowns, and you need to leave these as long as you possibly can. If not, you take the risk of the crowns dying out over winter. These things are planted really deep. I don't know that it would ever freeze that deep, but they still have to have the nutrients to store to send up the shoots next year. It is definitely good to see that. These are great for all kinds of unwanted pests in the garden. So we'll take care of him and get him someplace safe. Well, there you have it, folks. Another fall afternoon chore complete. Everything looks good and healthy. Plenty of fronds for the crowns to store energy with over the winter. Like I say, this stuff over here will all get burned, and we'll actually till this in and get a cover crop sown on it. All right, folks, there you are. until the next chore.